Hey everyone, hello and welcome, Tony Bing here. For this test centre video we'll have a look at Iron Fist. Now he is a hero I've not spent a great deal of time on, purely for the reason that to get the most out of him you have to use more than one bar, or at least you previously had to use more than one bar. Now of course that isn't possible, and it's something I've always struggled with, just due to muscle memory. Flipping between bars completely confuses me, so if a hero required more than one, they were just a no-go for me. But let's have a look at the skills anyway. This will mainly be just observations on the tooltips rather than trying to provide any insight. So the first tree we look at is martial arts. So we start off this tree having a look at Kun Lun Strike, and this is a basic melee attack, and you gain a damage bonus based on how much missing chai you have while any stance opener is on cooldown. And then next up we have Ninjutsu Dash, which, as you've guessed it, is your dash attack. It has a regular cooldown of 4 seconds with 3 charges. Following on from that we have 7 Armies Sundered, a skill that many heroes have, like Deadpool has it, Spider-Man has it, Gamora Team Up also has it as well there. Now with this you have, while in Leopard stance it strikes 3 additional times, while in Dragon stance absorb damage equal to 4% of your maximum health within the next 6 seconds, and you're also invulnerable whilst using that. And then following on from it we have Good Fortune Thunder Kick, and with this, while in Crane stance it does mental damage in an area, and while in Tiger stance reduces the cooldown of other stance opener powers by 2 seconds. And then we have Fury of the 500 Fist, which is your barrage attack, which many heroes have. While in Tiger stance you gain physical damage on final strike, and Leopard stance gives you every hit triggers Leopard Strike. And then we have Fury of 5 Forces, and with this it's a 25% damage bonus while any stance opener power is on cooldown. And then it's Meditation, and with this you're getting health regen, rather huge, 35% of max health per second, damage reduction 75% while power is active. I would be curious to wonder if you could actually tank a kind of Rhino or Juggernaut charge with that. That would be good fun. Now the last skill we look at here is like Unto Iron with its massive tooltip. So with this, while in Crane stance regenerate 50% health, Leopard stance cooldowns refreshed on all stance opener and stance combo powers, Tiger stance provides the skill always provides a critical hit, Dragon stance gain invulnerability for 3 seconds, and finally Serpent stance base damage increased 100% but no longer triggers a like Unto Iron. Quite a high cooldown on that, 40 seconds there. But let's look at the next tree now, which is Fighting Focus. So this tree by and large is composed of stance opener powers. I'll run over all of them first and then we'll look at the remaining skills. Now each of these stance opening powers, when you use them, they replenish 100% of your chai energy, and you can see that down there. The UI will change depending on which actual stance you've used. But the first one we look at is Crane Kick. This provides health on hit. Then we have Leopard Claw. This provides physical damage when you use a melee power. Following on from that you have Tiger Scratch, and this one provides critical hit rating. The next one, Dragon Tail, provides dodge rating. And then finally for the stance openers we have Serpent Fang, and this provides a kind of mental damage dot there when you use a melee power for 4 seconds. So for the actual skills we have Chai Burst. With this one it does weaken. This is your kind of, Ultron had a move like this, and it's kind of like your breakdancing almost. I'll show it off. I do find it quite funny. There we go, dancing away. It looks especially hilarious on Ultron when he had that, but they've now changed it and added a cooldown, so unfortunately no more breakdancing for him anymore. It's been taken out his protocol. And next up we have Black Poison Touch. Now the tooltip appears to be missing some info here, because while in Serpent stance it's blank, but while in Crane stance you regenerate 35% of max health per second. And then we have Chai Blast, which is a stance combo power. while in Dragon stance, enemies hit take 10.4% more damage from your attacks, and in Serpent stance, powers deal 200% bonus damage and have a 8-second cooldown there. So let's now look at the next section, which is talents and traits. So with these talents there's a few kind of new interesting mechanics, but by and large, even with my limited knowledge in Iron Fist, it does look to be largely the same as live. So what we look at first is the offensive trait. This is Champion of Kunlun, which is brutal strike chance 5%. The archetype is fighter, giving a bonus to both strength and fighting. For the defensive trait we have Immortal Weapon. This provides health on hit. The archetype is versatile, and with that you gain a multiplier to both defense and dodge, and we have the 8% damage reduction as well there, of course. Now for the first talent we have Ancient Katas. So this is a stance opening power, gains 100% damage. Stance opening powers are the 5 we looked at here. And then next up it's Solid Stances. So increases the buff effects of stances powers by 100%. And then we have Style for Every Situation. Stance opener powers have 50% lower cooldowns, but share a cooldown with other stance opener powers, so this pulls them down to 8 seconds for them. And then we have Follow Through. So stance combo powers deal 100% more damage if you are in one of their associated stances. And then we have Kunlun Fury, which is Kunlun Strike and Fury of 5 forces bonus damage increased by 100%. And then finally in this tree we have Eddies of Chi. Stance combo powers also trigger a Chi burst when in their respective stances. And that reminds me to look at the resource Chi. So primary resource, stance opener powers fully restore your Chi and cause you to enter a stance, and this does not naturally regenerate. So let's look at talent line number 3 now. This is Blended Styles. Now this is, I believe, similar to Spec on Live, which allows you to focus on various stances, single stances, or even going up to, I think it was Grandmaster it was maybe called, when you used all the stances to buff the signature, if I can remember correctly. But the first one we look at is Blended Styles, and its stance passive effects persist for up to 8 seconds after changing stances, allowing both effects to remain active at once, so that encourages the use of 2 stances. And then we have Rolling Thunder. Now stance opener powers gain a stack of mastery, increasing the power of the passive effect of that stance by 20%, stacks up to 5 times. It resets if you use a different stance opener, so that's the one encouraging use of just one stance. And finally in this tree we have Master of Many Styles. This is the one that encourages the use of all the stands to buff your signature. So when you use a stance opener power, gain a stack of Radiance, stacking up to 4 times. Stacks are lost if you use a stance combo power, and when you reach 4 Radiance stacks they're consumed to reduce the cooldowns of stance opener powers and Like Unto Iron, which is a signature, by 5 seconds, and cause the next Like Unto Iron to trigger the bonus effect of all 5 stances. And then talent line number 4 we have Flow Like the River. So stance combo powers grant a stack of flow when used in associated stance, stacking up to 5 times, and this provides attack speed, move speed, dodge rating with a 10-second duration. And then we have Ripple on the Pond. So stance opener powers also trigger a Chai burst. And then Deliberate Tempo. So Fury of 500 Fists, Good Fortune Thunder Kick, and Black Poison Touch deal 500% more damage and have 100% longer cooldowns. Now I personally like this one because Deliberate Tempo pulls these skills that normally have a 4-second cooldown up to 8 seconds, meaning the cooldown matches some of your other skills. I really am a big fan of that. I do like that because for me the easier the build the better, and I'm not a fan of using skills that are maybe 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds. I get lost. If I can have them all lined up and fire them off, I'm a fan. So it's great that that is an option for people like myself. For the final talent line we have Chai Surge. So Meditation transforms into Chai Surge, and I'll actually show it off here. There we go. So this instantly refreshes all cooldowns, or all powers sorry, currently on cooldown, and the cooldown reduction is 25%. And then we have Crimson Hammer, and this also changes this skill. With this you gain various stats: crit hit, rating, damage, brutal strike rating and damage, a buff duration of 4 seconds, cooldown of 20. Seems to be quite under-tuned at the moment though. And then finally we have Balance of Chai. So meditation transforms into Balance of Chai. This is interesting. You gain health regen, 20% of max health per second, and vulnerability, maximum channel time 2 seconds. But if we look at the talent, it also says that it extends the healing effects to nearby allies, so that could be very nice for group content. So overall he is, from what I can tell, he is very similar to live. A few little changes, some of them that may possibly give me a 1 bar player the chance to have a look at him again. I really do hope that a 1 bar build, well, I suppose we only have 1 bar now, so I really do hope a 1 bar build will be viable, but they've done a good job in Doctor Strange when his bars were pulled down, so I'm confident come release time he should also be fun as well. But thanks for tuning in for this video, and I'll see you all again soon.